Hello children, welcome back to our 8th chapter, quadrilaterals. A quadrilateral is nothing but a closed geometrical figure with 4 vertices. Can you see here 4 vertices and 4 edges. All the 4 edges are being closed here. So when you fold a quadrilateral, you will get the two equal triangles or unequal triangles. When you fold along its diagonal, the quadrilateral becomes into two triangles. Hence, the sum of this quadrilateral, when I need to measure the sum of the interior angles of a quadrilateral, means I just will divide this by joining the diagonals at any end points or vertices, and I'll make this into two triangles, children. Later, when I know the sum of angles, interior angles of a triangle as 180 degree, when you add for these two triangles, you will get the sum of the interior angle of the total quadrilateral is 360 degree. So here is the notes for the angle sum property of an quadrilateral. You can just copy it down, children. If you did not understand, I will explain you later. Now next, coming to the types of quadrilateral. Here first comes an trapezium. The trapezium is an basic quadrilateral in which if any two sides are parallel, then I will call this as an trapezium, and sum of interior angles here in this trapezium also will be 180 degree, children. Here can you see here the opposite sides which are parallel, this is not equal, but sometimes the other two opposite sides may be equal. Then I will name this quadrilateral as isosceles trapezium, children. Next comes parallelogram. I can also call this as an trapezium as any one of the sides are parallel. Here when I call this as parallelogram means the two opposite sides or the two pairs of an quadrilateral are parallel, means then I will call it as a parallelogram. Here the opposite sides will be equal, children, and the opposite angles also will be equal in a parallelogram. This parallelogram also has 4 vertices, 4 edges and 4 angles. As usual, the sum of interior angles of this parallelogram is also 360 degree, and when you fold along its diagonal, you can see the diagonals getting bisected. Bisected means becomes two equal parts, children. Henceforth, when I draw the diagonal connecting the opposite angles of the parallelogram, it gets divided into two triangles, no children. Here one triangle and here one triangle. Then I can say these two triangles are congruent. Congruent means it can prove any of the rules. It may be SSS congruence, RHS congruence, ASA congruence or SAS congruence. So using that I can prove these two triangles are congruent, and henceforth I also can say the opposite angles here, can you observe, in a parallelogram it will always be equal, children. So these are some properties of an parallelogram. If you have any doubt regarding this, and in your textbook there are some theorems also regarding this, the proof is not so important, children. If you practice and if you get any doubt in that theorems, you can directly call me and I will clear all your doubts. So here is the notes for the properties of parallelogram, children. You can just copy it down. The theorems based on this exist in your textbook, and those theorems, if you are not understanding, it is just regarding the proof of an SAS congruence, RHS congruence, like that. The congruent triangles property is there. If you are not understanding them, I will explain you, children. Now just copy the notes. So as I said, The trapezium is the basic geometrical quadrilateral, and I can call parallelogram also as a trapezium. Now next comes the rectangle, children. Can you observe here what is the difference between parallelogram and a rectangle? Rectangle also the opposite sides are equal and parallel. It also has 4 angles and 4 edges, and the opposite angles here. The one main important point is all the angles of an rectangle are 90-degree, children, and the diagonals also get bisected here. Okay, and I can call this rectangle as a parallelogram also, children. Now next comes the square. Here can you observe the square? The diagonal bisects the square into 2 equal parts. Now what is the difference between this rectangle and the square? Means here the opposite sides were equal, children, whereas here all sides are equal. Okay, same here also all the angles are 90-degree, hence the sum of angles of a square, interior angles of a square is 360-degree, children. Henceforth, I can call this square as a trapezium, as a parallelogram, as a rectangle. Okay, then square can be a trapezium, a parallelogram, a rectangle. But a rectangle cannot be a square. A parallelogram cannot be a square. Similar way, trapezium also cannot be a square. Remember, children. Next comes rhombus, children. Rhombus, what is the difference between square and the rhombus means? Here the diagonals get exactly bisected at 90-degree, whereas the edges, angles at the vertices will not be or may not be 90-degree, children. But here when it is getting bisected, that is the diagonals are bisected exactly at 90-degree. Okay, then how I can call this rhombus? I can call this rhombus as a square, rectangle, parallelogram, trapezium. But trapezium cannot be called as a rhombus. Similar way, trapezium cannot be called as an I cannot call one more important point here. This rhombus, I cannot call this parallelogram as a rhombus, square as a rhombus, rectangle as a rhombus. Next comes kite. Kite means here the opposite sides may or may not be parallel. Okay, children, here this is one triangle and here this is one triangle. Here it has an 4 edges and then 4 angles. Here also the sum of interior angles is 360-degree, but it cannot be called as a parallelogram because opposite sides may or may not be parallel. It can be called as trapezium. Okay, children, did you understand the difference here? It can be called as trapezium, but parallelogram, square and rectangle, opposite sides should be parallel. As now, children, here that property doesn't work out. Hence, we can't call this kite as a parallelogram. Kindly note down the notes in your notebooks, children. All these points are very important. Okay. This is all about the introduction part, children. In the next video, I will solve you few examples.